Tonight, new updates to the school bus crash in Rockland last week that killed a 12-year-old boy. We want to warn you, some of the details are difficult to hear. Our media partner WMTW obtained a crash report from Rockland police. The report says Braden Callahan had just exited the bus and was starting to cross at the crosswalk. That's when the driver, Jeffrey Colburn, pulled into the street, running Callahan over first with the front passenger side tire and then again with the rear passenger side tire. The report clearly states Callahan didn't do anything wrong. According to the report, Colburn told investigators he simply didn't see him. Officials reviewed the video footage from inside the bus and found that the crossing arm wasn't out and Colburn was leaning too far to the right to keep his eyes on the road. Police performed a sobriety test and took blood samples, which are still out for testing, but they don't think Colburn was intoxicated. Colburn had two recent accidents. He twice hit a parked car while driving an empty school bus, first in October 2022 and then again last month. Nobody was hurt. Colburn is currently on administrative leave.